It's been a long day. Y'all know y'all do not be catching me in my work clothes. The queen is in work attire, okay? And I'm still about to do 30 minutes talking to y'all. And after these 30 minutes, y'all know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna work out for 30 minutes. And then I'm gonna take my getting old ass to sleep. Um, Listen. Somebody I've been talking to lately that made me realize that sometimes nice guys truly do finish last the same way nice girls finish last too. And I wanted to discuss it. I got 30 minutes. Y'all ready? Here we go. So, I'm trying to relax in this chair, but like I said, I got my work clothes on, and it's just been a long day. I think I discussed before how opposites attract, the good baby moms end up with the bad baby fathers. Not to put people on blast, but my baby fathers ain't never did nothing for my children. My children love them because I don't bad mouth them, even though they might hear what I'm saying right now. I'm sorry, y'all. But at the end of the day, that's not a norm for me. I don't sit down and be like, yo, daddy, da, 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 da. And I don't have them on child support. So the fact that they don't come and pick up their children and call their children more or do more things or offer their children money, and when their children do ask for money, they don't get it, is an issue. And the thing about it is, women who have good baby fathers, fathers who want to come pick up their children, give their kids money even though they're paying child support and all that, those are the women that be like, oh no, I don't care that he paid child support, he's still gonna do this and this and this. So it's like an opposite thing. It's really weird. It's like, it's very, very rare that you find a good baby mother and a good baby father that are coexisting and doing it. There are some. Don't get me twisted. There are some that can coexist and live, and you know what I'm saying? But I'm not talking about baby fathers, baby mothers now. I just wanted to give y'all that example. But what I'm trying to say is there are relationships that are absolutely crazy where where the woman is very catering. She's like, baby, what do you need? Baby, I'm paying bills. Baby, I'm taking you out. And this man don't have a credit score. He don't have a job. He got like 80 baby mamas. He's sleeping with people when she go to work. And it's wrong. It's beyond wrong. But someone clearly told me today that men who have been, because everybody always talks about how women have been taken advantage of, and after a while we become bitter and we become, oh, fuck these niggas, like we become that. I've been in a lot of relationships and situationships that were horrible, but I've never taken out what's in one relationship or happened in one relationship to say, okay, I'm going to take that pain into another. I always let it go because I feel like everybody deserves their own fresh chance, their own fresh start. They don't need you to bring the baggage. Now, they say when you jump into a situation, you can't not take your baggage, but that's not necessarily true because you can break up with Tyrone on Tuesday and be with Marcus on Thursday and not have no feelings because of Tyrone, but it depends on the type of person you are. But what we don't think about is that there are men that have been dogged and used so much as well that they just become bastards. You know what I'm saying? And I don't mean bastards, a father's child. I mean bastards. They be ignorant. They talk to you any type of way they want. But what you don't realize is that sometimes us as women, we put men through so much. And then we leave them and they're the nice guy. Like they're the nice guy that be like, hey, babe, how was your day? I packed you lunch. I made you breakfast. Hand me my icy. I made you breakfast. I'm here for you. Call me when you get home. I paid for your Uber. I paid for your cab. There are those nice guys that get taken advantage of. There are. Really, there are. And some of those nice guys, they get taken advantage of so much that one day something snaps inside of them. And they just be like, fuck these bitches. I'm going to treat anybody any type way I want. And I've had someone actually tell me today that he used to be so nice to women. So nice. And him being so nice, women took advantage of that. They were like, hey, you want to take me to get something to eat? And he would do it. They'd be like, hey, I don't have the money for this bill. Can you pay it? He would do it. They'd be like, hey, I need some new sneakers. He'd buy them some. But then when he'd be like, you want to get together, you want to do something, they'd be like, no, I'm busy. Knowing that they not busy, they just going to go sleep with somebody else. And he got tired. And he explained to me how he got so tired of people taking advantage of him and using him that he became like this, hey, you want to go eat? Fuck no. You cooking? You got money? You paying for the bill? And he said after when he became that, women started falling all over him. Like, hey, can I see you? No, I'm busy tonight. Oh, well, could you make time for me tomorrow? And I don't get that. And I really don't get that scenario. I don't get that situation. Maybe it's just me. And I'm going to need y'all to be commenting on my podcast, The Queen Speaks, on my YouTube, The Queen Speaks. I need comments. I need y'all to tell me why these type of things happen. I'm going to give you another example. I have a friend, and yes, I know I always got a friend, and I got a very few amount of friends, so eventually y'all going to figure out who this friend is. But I have a friend, and she doesn't mind me putting her business out here tonight because me and her had this conversation the other day. And I told her she's one of the reasons why nice guys do finish last, because she dealt with this guy, and the guy was just like this user, okay? This user. He was going through like a divorce or whatever, but he was sleeping with my friend and a couple other women, and he doesn't have a high credit score. Like his credit score is like 200, 300, something like that, okay? And he lives check to check, month to month. And he doesn't have a car. He doesn't have a license. None of that. So he has to deal with people that he can use. He has to deal with a woman who has a car because he has to take his daughter to school. Okay. So when my friend, found out that, this guy was using her for her vehicle, she stopped dealing with him. But she had already emotions and feelings for him. But the thing about her is she doesn't need a person. She got a crib, a whip, a gig. She got all that. She 850 credit score. She good. But at the same time, we can't help what we're attracted to, right? So this bum ass nigga, yes I say bum because they only spent time in his apartment or in his room. They went on one date to the movies and they were late to that because he ain't had no car. It was weird. And she finally found out that he was dealing with other people, so she stopped dealing with him, okay? But you can't help how you feel about a person. You can't, all right? So she met this guy, and he was really nice. Really, really nice. Own house, owns a business, a couple cars, but he's kind of silly. Childish silly. He wants to play, he wants to dance for her, he wants to play games. Like, he's really kind of childish, But he's a good man. He's a good man. And she explained to me, he's everything that I need, but nothing that I want. I'm going to say that again. She said, he's everything that I need and nothing that I want. Now, in my mind, I was just like, what the fuck does that even mean? Okay? But in my soul and spirit and out my mouth came, well, why the fuck is you even dealing with him if he's nothing that you want? She said, because he's everything that I need. So you gonna play with this nice man because he's what you need and not what you want? And it made no sense. So I said, okay, he's invested in this relationship. He's dealing with you. He's having fun with you. Why would you not? Why play with, you feel what I'm saying? Like he's nice and he got a kind heart. You playing with him knowing it's not going to go nowhere, knowing he has plans for it to go somewhere. She says to me, well, such and such hit me up. Now, such and such is the same loser who just went through the divorce, that was cheating on his wife, that has this, that, and the third girl, no credit, check the check, all that. He hit me up. I miss him. But he ain't shit. And he ain't got shit. And he's a player. I know, he's everything that I want and nothing that I need. I'm dead. That made no sense. No sense. So I'm going to be very honest. Women, we need to be careful with the things that we're doing, because sometimes we will be dealing with a person knowing all the while we don't really want to deal nothing with that person. And they are getting emotionally attached to us. And then we leave. And then we want to know why men ain't shit. So what I've come up with. Yeah, y'all know I'll be coming up with some shit. So what I have come up with is the fact that in all relationships, you need to be treated the way you are treating that person. So if you're treating that person like shit, that person need to be treating you like shit. It's not going to happen. I noticed that in relationships. I know it's not really going to necessarily happen. I mean, relationships takes time. You have to have patience. But I do not want to continue to watch good women get taken advantage of. I don't want to continue to watch good men be taken advantage of and thrown away just like that. And that's vice versa. You know, I don't want to see it done to people. You know? And it's crazy because, like they always say, opposites attract. Opposites attract. Okay? So it's in our nature to attract our opposite, but do you really want to attract someone that's going to just dog you out and do nothing for you? You know, or do you really want to attract someone? Okay. I'm going to give y'all some life examples on me. I've always been, I'm not the nicest person, but I'm not a mean person in a relationship either. I'm going to do for my spouse and my partner. I'm going to be there for them. I'm going to have their back, and I expect them to do the same. Do I expect them to bend over backwards and kiss my ass? No, I don't. And I hope they don't expect that either, because I have my own life and I have to be happy with the things that I'm doing. And I notice that sometimes when people do get in good relationships, they lose their selves. And I was losing myself when I first got into this marriage, because like I said, relationships are new and things are new, and you got to do, you know what I'm saying? It's new. But I had to go back to me, and going through the things that I went through with my husband, he had to go back to him. And then we had to mesh in the middle and make sure that we match. And we do. You know, like we went through a lot, and relationships are hard, up and down, whatever. We went through a lot, but we realized that we definitely do match. Like, he matches my crazy. And that's what we felt in the beginning. But work and the move and the mess, a lot of things played a part for the drama and the BS, okay? But we were able to get through it because we match. Like, I'll do for him the same way he'll do for me. Even though if I want to buy him something, 9 times out of 10, he'll say no. But, you know, I try to do something anyway. But it is what it is. You have to match each other's personality. He can't be giving, and I'm taking, and I never give nothing back. Okay? Even if all he needs is emotional support, I need to be there to give that back. You feel what I'm saying? Okay, let me give you an example. I dealt with this guy before, right? And in the relationship, it was a pretty okay relationship, I want to say. But I think that person was so used to people taking from him that he just kept giving me. And I'm like, listen, I don't need you to give me things. I need your time. I need your love. I need your effort. I need you to listen. You know? But those were things he couldn't do. But I need that. You know what I'm saying?
And I don't know if I'm saying this right to y'all because I'm tired, but at the end of the day, we all go through things that turn us into who we are. And all right, I'm gonna give y'all an example. When I was young, dumb, and a brand new mom, I was 17. Okay, I had just had my daughter, and I was dealing with this guy because I wasn't with their dad, because he was doing him. It was what it was. And I dealt with this guy, and the guy was the sweetest guy ever. Okay, he was very sweet. I'm not gonna say his name. He knows who he is. And I could literally say to him, you know, hey, I'm hungry. I want some Chinese food. He would get up from his house. We did not live near each other. No. He would go to the Chinese store, get my favorite Chinese meal. He wouldn't even ask me what I want because he knew what I wanted already. He would go pick it up, and he would get on the bus and bring it to me. I would warm up the food. We would sit. We would talk. I would eat. And within that hour, he would be on his way back home. Now, being young, like I said, I was 17. I didn't feel like I was using him because he knew I just, had a young baby, and it was certain times of the night I wasn't going outside. And I felt like he was just helpful, I didn't realize that at 17, 18 years old, he was truly falling in love with me. And me personally, I had just had a baby. I just wanted somebody to talk to, somebody to be around from time to time. I didn't want the relationship be with me forever type of situation. I was 17. But he fell in love with me to the point where he wanted to get married. He wanted to have more children with me, even though my daughter wasn't his. He wanted to help me raise my daughter. He wanted all of that. Now, he did not say that to me. He did not say that to me until I ran into him years later. Because what happened in that situation, when my oldest two children's father got his life together, well, actually, he didn't get his life together. He stopped wanting to be a cheater. We figured out us, and we got back together. Because I felt like I am 17. I have a child with this person. I should be with this person. We should be a family. That's how I felt at 17. I didn't know that other person had fell for me really hard. And I ran into him years later. I think my children were 8 and 5. Because I ended up having my son by my daughter's father. And my children were 8 and 5. And I ran into him. And he remembered me like, oh my God, it was really a crazy situation. He's like, you were my everything. You were my world. You were this, you were that. And he was a cute, light-skinned sweetheart. Like I said, he was a sweetheart. Anything I needed, set out my face, he did. He did. And I didn't think much of it then. Now at 40, I feel like I was very wrong. I was a user. I didn't take any money from him, but I had him doing things for me that I didn't feel like doing myself. Which, as a person, I should have got my ass up and went and got my own food. And, now, we lived in the same house, and I said, babe, could you go get me some food? That's one thing. But to call somebody on the phone and be like, yo, could you bring me some food? And they live 45 minutes away from me, a walk and a bus ride. I felt, now at 40, I feel bad. But then at 17, I did not think nothing of it. But when I ran into him years later, he clearly told me, he says, you broke my whole heart. He said, you are the reason why I decided women don't deserve for me to be nice. You are the reason why I decided that I'm just going to be a thought and sleep with anybody and not care about nobody. And when he said that to me, it hurt me so badly because I didn't understand. I didn't understand it then. It was just like, I'm the reason. Why? And he's like, yeah, I had girlfriends before you, but you were the love of my life. You were my world. And I'm like, okay, well, we were 17, 18 years old. He was like, it didn't matter how old we were. You had my heart. And I told him, you never said to me, I'm your heart, I'm your world. And it was a friend of mine that had hooked us up, a guy friend of mine that had hooked us up. And I called my homie up. I'm like, yo, such and such and such and such and such. And he clearly was like, listen, After you broke up with him, he said for like a month straight, he wouldn't even speak, eat, nothing. Nothing. To nobody. He said when he finally did come out the house, he came out the house with this attitude like, fuck women. They going to be used and abused and I'm leaving. Not abused physically, but you know what I'm saying. And I told my homeboy, I said, why wouldn't you say something to me? He said, because you had already moved on with your kid's father and you were trying to build your own life and do your own thing. And you thought that was right to be a family because a mother and a father with a child needs to be with that child. He said, and that's how you felt. He said, but he felt like y'all had been a couple. He was in love and he was doing everything right. And you just left him. I didn't think about that. So like I said, our actions have reactions. And sometimes us as women, we don't realize that we truly do make the nice guy finish last. Or we truly do turn the nice guy into the angry piece of shit. And everybody clearly constantly says women have been through so much and that is why, men have put them through everything under the sun, and since the men have put them through this, that, and the third, they're angry now, they're sheltered now, but we don't think about that as the shoe being on the other foot. We don't think about the men that we've hurt along the lines that have become dogs because of us. We don't. And this is why I say we need to treat people in a relationship the way we want to be treated. If we don't want that person to just get up and leave for the next person, why would we do that to them? And if you don't want to be with somebody and you're dating them, let them know from the beginning, like, hey, you looking for this, that, and the third, and I'm not looking for that. You looking for X, Y, and Z, and I'm looking for 1, 2, 3. We're not on the same page. Okay? And know what you got when you got it, because you do have them people, because somebody else tried to tell me that, because of me, that they don't really deal with people no more. And he didn't say it where it was like, because of me, he doesn't deal with people. He explained to me, I was one of the realest people he ever dealt with. And he doesn't know how to be in a relationship with the new age people because they're fake. But see, in that situation, it was different because that mofo actually cheated on me. Okay, so you can't blame me for what you became after I left because you cheated. Now, you can fault me if I left for no reason and you were good to me, like that guy when I was 17 years old. I do feel bad about that. I mean, like I said, I've seen him, on Instagram and Facebook and everything. He's still a sweet, sweet guy, but he's not my type. So even if we wouldn't have broke up then, we would have broke up eventually, because looking at him as a person, he's not my type. He's a good person, but he's not my type. You feel me? And you have to know your type. So if you're dealing with somebody and you know for a fact you don't want to deal with them, you don't want to be with them, don't play with them. Don't take from them and use them and talk to them any type of way, call them when you need some ass and all that. Don't do that. Because at the end of the day, you don't know what you might be turning that person into. You feel what I'm saying? And that goes for man or woman. Because the shoe can be on either foot. Either foot. But you never hear it when it comes to men. That's why I'm speaking about it tonight, because it really touched my heart with my friend when she told me, because she introduced me to the guy and everything, and he's a really, really nice guy. He's extra silly, though. I mean, he's extra silly. He does have a childish way, but she has yet to say to him, you are not what I want. So he, in his mind, is still like, oh, I got a good one, and I'm making moves with her, and I'm going to build with her eventually. And she, in her mind, already like, where's such and such? Because I need to talk to him, and I need to see him, and I need to see that one over there. So she's still dating while he feeling like they're a couple. And at this day and age, people do crazy things when you hurt their heart. Now, like I said, we were 17, 18 when I hurt that guy's heart. People nowadays, they actually kill you when you hurt their heart. And I'm not saying everybody, but some people actually do kill you. Like, okay, if I can't have you, can't nobody have you. And you've been playing all this time, so you don't even feel what they feel. You're like, why are you doing this to me? And they like, because I love you. So be careful. Like, seriously, we have to be better as people and couples. And, you know, so what you're giving out in a relationship is what you should be getting back. Loyalty, if you're getting loyalty, you should be giving loyalty. If you're giving respect, you should be getting respect. If you are... I'm so sorry. If you are giving love and attention, you should be getting love and attention. You should not be getting love and attention and somebody like, all right, well, I'm calling such and such. I'll see you another day. You shouldn't be in line for the love and attention and loyalty and respect portion of it. It should already be there. And people be for real with people. Be upfront. You are where I want to be. You are not where I want to be. People can either take it or leave it, but some people have that mentality. They don't want to be alone. So they're going to string you along and hold on to you until they get their grips on the next person. I call that a monkey person. That's somebody that's holding on to somebody else until they fully get their grasp on the next person. And then they let go so they can swing to that branch. You feel what I'm saying? I call that the monkey person. Be careful for the monkey people, okay? And be careful when you fully fall in love with somebody and they don't feel the same way. You don't need to ask somebody constantly if they love you. You can tell by the way they look at you, by the way they talk to you, by the way they move around you. You could tell. You can truly, truly tell. So go for those signs. Don't always go by what a person says, because I can tell you all right now, I'm going to be stripping on my next post. But you get on my next post and the queen fully dressed, you're going to be like, hold up, that bitch said he was going to be stripping. It's easy to say something out your mouth, but are your actions going to show it? Are you doing... Listen, I'll never be stripping on my posters, okay? I need y'all to understand that. It was just an example. People can say whatever they want, but their actions should speak to you. Okay? So let's stop hurting each other. Women, let's stop hurting these men, intentional or non-intentional. As long as you are front, it's non-intentional. But there are some women that literally just call up people like, oh my God, I know he's so in love with me. I'm going to call him and he's going to send me on a trip. He going to give me this Montees. He going to buy me the Chanel stuff. And knowing good well that girl don't even like him. She just know that he got money. Yeah, because I'm going to be honest. I met this guy before. And he was a sweetheart too. But I clearly told him up front he was not what I was looking for. But he was very insistent on it. And it was weird. Like he I don't know. We met up. I think talking on the phone we seemed cool. But we met up at a bar in Manhattan. And I told him something about his vibe just didn't sit right with me, you know. But we could be friends. So even as friends, you know, like, he'd be like, oh, well, you know, I ordered you this. I'm sending it to you. Oh, I bought this. I'm sending it to you. And one day I just had to say, listen, you know, you're doing all this stuff for me. And I really don't want a relationship with you. And he said, oh, no, I understand. But you're a single mom, you know, blah, blah, blah. I want to help you. Okay, but I don't need the help. I got a job. I got, you know, I'm all right. And, you know, he's like, no, you know, I see what you do. You're awesome. You just, 2-3 months after doing all the things that he was doing, like I said, I clearly kept it real. I don't see anything with you. I don't, you know, need that. You know, even as a friend, I don't need it and I appreciate it, but I don't want a relationship with you. 2-3 months after, he just flipped out. Thank God it was over the phone, because I probably would have had to kill him if it wasn't. But he just flipped out on me. All the stuff I did for you, I thought it was going to change you. Listen, if somebody is upfront with you and tell you what they do and do not want with you, you can't change them with financial things. Okay? You can't wear them down. people know who and what you are when they meet you. Now, don't get me wrong. If you've been friends with somebody your whole life and you see them as a friend from 10, 12, 15, 18, 22, 28, you see them as a friend, and then 35, it's like, damn, maybe we should be together. That's different because you grew up together and you finally fell in love, but you didn't see each other like that in the beginning. But if somebody tells you in the beginning, dude, chick, I don't want a relationship with you, and you like, oh, it don't matter, we could just be friends, and then you get mad at them because they don't want to be with you, then whatever comes from that, you brought on yourself. Okay? What I'm talking about is the people who know. Like I said, like my friend who knows she doesn't want to be with that guy, but yet she goes to see him, she sleeps with him, she hangs out with him, she lets him buy her stuff, send her on trips, all that. She knows she don't want to be with him, but she has yet to say it to him. That is the type of stuff that will change a person and turn a person into a hateful person. Okay? So let's stop hurting each other, because the same way women have been hurt and they turn into angry, I ain't got time for this type people, is the same way men, some of them, have been hurt, where they turn into, all right, I'm gonna sleep with her and then step off. I'm gonna use her for her car, and then when her car break down, I don't need her no more. We don't know what we are doing to each other, but we need to stop. I mean, because we know what I meant to say. I'm sorry. We know what we're doing to each other, and we need to stop. There's no reason for us to be doing the type of things we're doing to people. And even when you're upfront with a person, and you're telling them, look, I know that I'm dealing with you, but I'm going to be sleeping with this person and dealing with that person, and they say that they're going to accept it, you're hurting that person. And maybe it's because that person don't know their worth, but you shouldn't take advantage of that either. Okay? But it's been 32 minutes, and I said I was only going to talk for 30 because I still got all my work stuff, and I got to get up and work out. And it's 8:30 my time. So I'm going to get up and work out, take me a shower, and go to sleep because I'm tired. Okay? And I know y'all can see it in my eyes. I look tired. It's been a heck of a week, and I love y'all. I'm on a diet, y'all, so help me out. Inbox me, send me things to help me lose my weight, send me workouts, send me all that good stuff, please. I need it. But I love y'all to life. I do. I love y'all to life. I'm going to take a shower. I need y'all to think about what I said. Treat people the way you want to be treated is basically what I'm saying. Relationships, friends, people, treat people the way you want to be treated. Okay? Let's stop hurting each other. The world is a hurting place. And stop hurting people intentionally. And I do want to publicly apologize for if I've ever hurt anyone to the point where they just couldn't get over it and they had to dog people out. I do apologize for that, because maybe I didn't see what you saw, or maybe you didn't tell me, whatever. But the people who, and I'm going to say this too, the people who have ever cheated on me and then said that, oh, I'm never going to find nobody like you, that's your fault and your problem. I'm married. I'm married now, so that's your issue, okay? Deal with it. But if it was just a relationship and I didn't realize, that you were the one you thought you were, or you didn't say it and I moved on, then I do apologize. I do want to say I apologize for whenever I do something wrong. But I honestly want to say it was only that one person, and I didn't find that out till years, and I already did apologize to him. But y'all who are just running around hurting people, y'all need to apologize too, because people need to start their healing process. So let the healing begin. I love y'all to life. Today's Thursday. I'll talk to y'all on Monday. I'm going to try to go live, bring some people in. But tonight I was tired. So I said, hey, let me do what it do, like I'm doing it for TV real quick. So leave comments on my YouTube. Leave comments on my podcast, The Queen Speaks. This is Queen Amina. I'm the queen that be speaking to y'all. And I love y'all bunches. Deuces, deuces, deuces. Work out, be healthy, take care of yourselves. I need y'all to support me. Later.